Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And on this episode, we were going to do something, it's like something kind of special. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out that way, and I'll show you guys exactly what we were going to do. I came out here and I decided, while it was charging up, I'd go ahead and build a flying bot, an airplane, and go off and do some exploring that way. In fact, I was going to build 4 or 5 different types because I had some ideas about what I wanted to do with the airplanes, and I'll discuss them as we kind of go through, this playthrough on this one. But unfortunately, if you go into your little shop right here and you go down to airplane, even though we picked up the original one, the one that we flew around for a little while, I only have access to the left wing for some reason. I don't have access to the right one. And without the right one, it doesn't work. You can't really do two lefts. That's just not a possibility in this one. So I don't know why it didn't give us access to the other one, considering we did have it on the bot that we flew around. Unfortunately, that's just, that happened. And so until I can figure a way to maybe make it myself or something along those lines, I don't really know if we're going to be able to do airplanes until we find that piece. This bot, however, is kind of wonky. I don't really like him since we've changed him. He's too square, and he just doesn't work very well, as you guys can see right here. I need to get him back to the base, but man, this guy sucks so bad. Look, he's already stuck. We go into build mode. Build mode doesn't want to work either, and the reason build mode doesn't want to work is very, very simple, guys. I have all this stuff on my base, and again, it's kind of clunky in the meaning that when you have all this stuff on your base, it doesn't want to work properly yet. I hate to put down the game because I absolutely love this game, guys. I do, but yeah, it just I don't know what to say about the base, guys. It's never really gotten to the point where it's a viable option for everything. Like, it works. It definitely does. It's something you should play around with. I would highly suggest you get a feel for it and you learn how it works and kind of mess around with the different options that you have available to you. But as far as it, being 100%, it's not quite there yet. It will be one day, and I have no doubt whatsoever it's going to be freaking awesome when it finally does work. But yeah, anytime I try to enter build mode, because I have all these little pieces, on my hover pad, or not my hover pad, my conveyor belt, and then of course I have all these wonky pieces underneath my bot, which actually cause damage. You can see it right there. It's draining power out of my bot right now because of this venture block right here underneath that I can't quite pull out, and I can't enter build mode to pull that out either because it won't let me enter build mode because of this piece. And it's this piece as well as other pieces in there. Now, the thing about this is, it used to cause your bot to flip over and things of that sort. Man, I cannot get this piece out, and it's causing so much freaking damage here. Let me move this block and see if I can get it out. There you go. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, is any other bots getting hit? Blocks getting hit? Yeah, there are a couple of them that are getting hit. Like this one right here is getting hit. What about over there? No, everything's going fine over there. What's my battery power like? Okay, so it didn't drain too much. Now, I need to get back to my base, but I need to do so in a manner that I can actually accomplish, which is getting away from these mountains. This is not the right design. Yeah, the only thing I can think of, guys, is to raise it up off the ground a little bit, but mainly I need to put some more wheels back in the center. I took all those off thinking that, oh no, I'll put these little tiny wheels underneath. Everything will be hunky-dory. We can go back and really rock some places out, and no, the design that I had before, I think, was actually a better design than this one by far. And one of you guys nicknamed it the surfboard. I don't know if that was a loving name or if that was more like, oh, it's kind of a weird bot that you designed there. I liked it. I definitely did. It could have had some room for improvement, and it did obviously have room for improvement. I kind of wish that I had left it alone and then built this one on the side, so we'd have both, so that I'd be able to switch back and forth. Because you can see now I'm getting a damage underneath. There it goes. It finally zapped up from underneath it. But I can't take these pieces apart. I can't stop it from getting stuck underneath. And those little kind of small little details are kind of annoying me quite a bit. Come on, back up, back up. There we go. Oh, man, this guy has some weapons on him. Not too many, though. Not too many. My guys should be able to wreck him. Again, this dude just doesn't turn very well because he doesn't have enough wheels and he's kind of overweight. And because of that fact, he does get a lot of damage taken after him. Now, one of you suggested that I should build a wall of, almost a wall of guns, a wall of death, basically was your suggestion. And I'll show you here in a second once I demolish this guy from being able to attack me here, because I don't want him to do any more damage to my shields than he already has. There he goes. I actually kind of have a wall of death right here, if you can see it. That is a lot of freaking weapons firing at somebody. I have built a wall at my base before where you can go back and get recharged rather quickly. I don't even think that thing had this many weapons on it. I mean, that is a freaking ton of weaponry right there. So I'm kind of happy with the way that looks. There's always room for adding more, definitely. But as far as building a wall all by itself just for the purpose of, adding weapons to it to protect your base, I'm not really thinking about doing that because I don't really have a base to protect. This is my base. This is the mobile base center that I've kind of built to do that aspect of the game with. And again, I do need to do some design to fix it a little bit. Definitely need to fix this quite a bit. But for now, I think it works okay. And that's something I probably have to do off camera is fix the design flaws on here because they are rather big in some regards, and they're going to take a little while to, just kind of sit there and work out the kinks. Now, I'm putting some weapons on here, mainly for the fact that when I made this guy bigger, when I went back and redesigned him, clearly he is, a lot larger than the one that I had before. He's probably about 4 to 5 times the size that the guy I had before. And because of that, I didn't have enough weapons to go around. And I kind of stupidly sold most of the weapons that I already had because I figured, hey, I like certain weapons over other ones. I have the money. I'll just go ahead and buy those. And in the end, it actually turned out that maybe I didn't have the money because I couldn't even finish this spot. That's one of the reasons, he looks the way he does, where he doesn't have the center flooring. And that might make a difference too. As you guys can see here in the center, he doesn't have anything there. And if I put wheels all the way around that and maybe some wheels going straight down the center, that will probably help out my bot. But because I didn't do that, because I didn't have the money, yeah, that's definitely something that's probably holding me back quite a bit. I don't have a lot of money still because I spent like 6,000 or 7,000 trying to build that airplane before I realized, like, hey, I don't quite have the necessary pieces to actually make that guy work, unfortunately. So let's see, can we put this guy down there? Well, it's not really even touching the ground, but we'll put it there and we'll fix it later on. There's another weapon over here. Holy crap. They really did improve or enhance, I guess I should say, the explosive capabilities of objects in this game. Whether it's the weapons explosion or the blocks themselves exploding, I think it makes for a more humorous gameplay. Like when they blow up, they really blow up. I don't know if it makes for an easier time, though, because now you have to go looking for your pieces once the bot is finally destroyed. I mean, look at that right there, guys. That thing is completely and totally destroyed, and boom, there goes everything. I mean, that is in essence kind of what you want, I guess, but I don't know. It's really, really big to do that. In fact, you know what? We're gonna try something here. We're gonna move one of these blocks over here into the center because I don't necessarily need them out there on the side, and we're gonna put this right there, and that way I can put some of these wheels here in the center and see if that helps at all. And actually, that didn't click on where I wanted to. I wanted to click on to this side. No, come on, you can do it. Can I go into build mode? Nope, I still cannot go into build mode. Oh, that's really starting to take me off a little bit right there because build mode makes everything easier. There we go. So that was able to prop it up a little bit too much, actually, but yeah, because it's not even connected here on the sides anymore. So maybe not use this block and just let it connect there. And hopefully that will be enough. That was not what I want to happen. Okay, so let's put down a, oh man, so high up off the ground, it doesn't really want to even connect that way. I have so many of these solar reactors just so that this works a little faster, a little smoother. It does take a few minutes though, still, even with all this stuff, because I have such a large battery capacity that it just, it has a lot to make up for when it finally goes dry. And it doesn't even last more than like 6 or 7 minutes, actually. So I do need to improve that The only way that I've really found to do just that is to, let me see, can I get it even closer? Maybe. Let's see, can I put that on there? Not quite. Yeah, the only way I've really found to do that is to, of course, increase the battery size. And I do have big batteries I can buy. You can see them right over here in the corner. I have a few of them. And they are really, really nice batteries to have. Unfortunately, they're like 12 or 13,000 for each one of them. And that is a crap ton of money, guys. I have no doubt in the future they're going to go up even more in value because, you know, I've heard rumors that's exactly what they're planning on doing. If they do that, if they do go up even more in value, I don't even know if people will be able to afford them. Chances are people are just going to make them. That's kind of ideally what they want people to do anyways, is to just make the items rather than having to buy them, you know, or to find them off of the bots. That is kind of, you know, a huge part of the game, is just finding these pieces off of the bots that you're fighting, because it really is kind of a cool aspect that not a lot of other games really take advantage of, or at least not a lot of other games have really integrated into what they got going on there. And you can kind of see that it's no longer charging up because it's no longer daytime. So this method right here only works during the day, which is okay. It definitely is. I don't know what you would say. That's kind of sucky. I mean, you know, it really does bite that you can't do these mobile. But I have heard that they are coming out with a mobile, you know, solar reactor that you can kind of put on your bot. It's probably going to be Venture, because Venture seems to, you know, concentrate more on mobility than any of the other corporations. And so that would just kind of make sense that it went that route. But yeah, it's I have to go get some trees or something, because that's really the only way I can charge this bot up efficiently. Now, again, the problem with doing that is this thing does not have the little step conveyors that I really, really need over here in the back, so that I can pick up the resources with these receivers and then have them step up each and, you know, every level to go to the next one. And because I don't have that, it causes that wonky trying to pull through the blocks technique that does damage, as well as kind of lifts my bot up in the air. I remember, oh, what is that? Is that another bot, or is that a base? This is not a moon, it's a space station. No, wow. Look at that. That guy has a lot of lights on him. Can I hit him from here? Nope, not quite. Wow, what does he have on him? Let me see if I can get closer. Wow, I'm getting a little bit of lag off that guy. Now, I have heard rumors that they are going to be removing the cab from the game. Now, the cab is a bot designed by the programmers, I'm guessing. I think they're the ones who programmed or designed that one. But it's entirely made out of, or I shouldn't say entirely, it's like 95% made out of cabs. And it's in a square, I think it's like a 6x6, you know, cab, or 6x6, you know, block radius. And it's just basically one cab after another after another. And, you know, somewhere along the way, they thought it would be a good design. And I even thought it would be a good design when I first saw it, because, you know, cabs are free. And even if they weren't free, they're very, very easy to build if you really need to build one. Wow, what is this over here? This is a base? Actually, it does look like a base. Huh, anything new that I don't have? I don't know. We're about to find out if I can get close enough without completely destroying it. Although our shields are going to be wearing away here pretty soon. I think we're hitting that guy. I can see some red flashing. Not too much, but that's good, because I don't want everything he has to be destroyed. Now, one thing that I haven't really found very much, and I kind of wish that they might either add into the game when you level, because I think it's something that's very, very hard to get, is the fuel tanks. The fuel tanks, they explode every single time I ever see them on a bot. It's just, they are not easy to get. They are so freaking vulnerable to explosions that by the time I take that bot down, there is nothing left of it. And so because of that, I've never been able to pick one up and get access to it. No, I don't really need anything there. I'm kind of looking to make sure, because sometimes they throw a piece in here and there that you're just not paying attention to. And I'm really looking for that step conveyor belt. Now, if you guys know the recipe for that one, definitely leave that down in the comment section, because we will go out of our way to find that. The same thing with that, the missing piece to our airplane. If you guys know if you can make the wings and what the recipe is for those wings, especially the right-hand one, which is the one we're missing, yeah, I will go above and beyond to make that, as well as the fuel tanks. Because again, like I said before, there's just not a lot of them. They get destroyed very, very easy. And I know in this game, they're coming up with, you can go through the factions and you can go through the levels of the factions and kind of build up your, let me see, did I destroy that rock before I get stuck on it? Yes, I did. Okay. But yeah, you can build up the levels of the factions so that when you progress, you actually get access to blocks that you didn't find yet. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can go over this hill and completely and totally get stuck on everything on the other side. I know you can. Right there. I knew he was going to get stuck on something. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. This guy is just a beast when he's starting to move. Oh my god. I would not want this thing rolling down the street or rolling down, a game that I'm playing because he's just so massive. And yeah, he doesn't quite work right for me. But if I had a few more pieces, I think we could get it to go. Why is that taking so long to destroy? Come on, you know you guys can do it. You're hitting it. I can see it kind of shaking a little bit here and there. And because it is shaking, it is getting damaged. It's just going to take a little while for it to happen. Come on. Oh, yeah, see, it's the Venture Fire rifle right there on the side that was doing literally all the damage to that. Oh, man. That is nuts right there. Okay, so we are back over here to this one. Have we even found this one before? I don't think we have. This is, oh yeah, we have. Yeah, this is one of the old ones. Okay, we're not looking for that one. We're looking for the big one. And I'm going to go through the forest and see if I can, pick up. I love the glare. Look at that, guys. Every time I see that, I think of, like that, it's the savior, right? It's, the glowing into the sunset, into the sunrise kind of thing, like that's just a beautiful, effect that they put onto the sun. Although very, very bright. I could see that being a little bit too bright for some people. I was just driving a little bit earlier today in the morning, and I tell you what, man, when you go at a certain time during the day, and that sun is just right at that right angle, I tell you, not even sunglasses, not even a sun visor will help you. That is just blinding light coming through. So it'd be kind of cool if they integrated that into the game, because that is something that happens in real life when you drive. If you're driving in the right city at the right angle, and it only happens for about 20 minutes. It's at that perfect 20 minutes during the morning when the sun is at the right angle and you're at the right angle driving in the right side, right kind of a car. Obviously if you're in a truck, it's a different angle than in a car. But it's something interesting, and it also happens during the evening when the sun's going down. Although not nearly as bad from what I've experienced. But that's just me here in the. Oh, come on! You're stuck again. You're stuck again. I have jet boosters, and you're still stuck. And of course, no, I can't. I can't enter build mode without all my stuff. Look at that! All the stuff is just flying off, and it's causing a fair bit of lag. There we go. Lag is real, guys. Is definitely real. Let's go over here. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is this is going to be a short episode. I am going to end the episode here, and I am going to see if I can fix this bot. And if I can't fix him, I'm going to build another one. In fact, we have pieces out here from a venture bot. So maybe I think that's actually what I'll do, guys. I'll create a small venture bot, and we'll go off and see what we can find until I can build up enough resources, enough money to come back and fix this guy, because he's just... yeah, he's too big and too wonky at the moment, and I just don't have the money to fix him. So again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely leave those comments down below. I have loved the, the suggestions that you guys have been coming up with. The wall of guns, I don't really know what you mean by that one. If you want to, leave a more detailed response down below in the comments, definitely do that. I mean, this is pretty much a wall of guns as it is. But if you want to see something more in mind of like just a plain wall that's actually attached to the ground, let me know that, because there's so many different options when you say a wall of guns. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.